Welcome to Habitly Courses, a production of Manage to Win. Each course is divided into multiple lessons for easy viewing. All are now completely free, so you can watch them on your own or work through them as a team. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and share your favorite lessons with others. Try to find something that helps you be your best.
Lesson 4, prioritizing your goals. Let's take a quick moment to talk about prioritizing your goals. Writing goals can be an exciting exercise. After you've written your goals, you need to define which ones are most important. The starting point for prioritizing goals is to narrow your list down to a few vital objectives that are most meaningful to you. Now, the rest of your goals you can keep on another list, but these vital ones, you need to separate them out so they get your full focus. We recommend you pursue a maximum of 3 goals at a time. Also, we suggest the goals you pursue fall into 3 categories. One goal related to financial objectives, another involving relationships, and the third on development of your company's culture or your own skills. After you identify your most important objectives, you should establish a pecking order. Decide which objective is the most important, second in priority, and third. There are 2 methods to prioritizing goals. You can weight them or you can do it numerically. Both methods work fine. Weighting goals is the traditional HR approach to goals and explains which goals have higher priority using percentages. The total weighting for all goals within a time period is 100%, and 2 goals are never weighted identically. One must be more important than another, or weighting them is a pointless exercise. Here's an example of goal weighting for a salesperson. 80% importance is close 10 sales. 15% importance is show up on time. 5% importance is dress professionally. That's 100% total. However, you can see the 80% weighting to close 10 sales makes it clear that this is by far the most important objective. If the salesperson meets or exceeds their quota, then it creates significant other opportunities for your company. In contrast, it may help your company's branding or reputation if the salesperson shows up on time and dresses spectacularly. But that goal is significantly less important. If they don't close the 10 sales, then their job is in jeopardy. The second approach to prioritizing your goals is very simple. The numeric method ranks each goal starting at 1 and illustrates that you should work on priority number 1 first, and when you have time, start working on priority number 2, and so on. It can also be interpreted to mean that you should spend more time on number 1 than number 2 if both are being pursued simultaneously. If we use the example above, it's clear where this salesperson should spend his or her time. Number 1 is close those 10 sales. Number 2 is show up on time, and number 3 is dress professionally. A numeric approach does not emphasize the magnitude of priority, such as an 80% weighting overshadows either the 15% or 5% weighting. However, it does offer a specific priority of how your goals are prioritized. We recommend using either method of prioritization, but definitely use one or the other. Clearly prioritized goals helps you focus. And remember, do not weight 2 or more goals a similar amount, such as you have 3 goals and one is 34%, another one's 33%, and the third one's 33%. Because then you don't have one goal as your number 1. Your targets should be prioritized based on which is most important. After your goals are prioritized, you may want to share them visually with your team. One way to explain your goals visually is to use a hierarchy. Goal hierarchies show how smaller tasks are connected to larger goals. The sales example here illustrates the significant primary target for a group of individuals, each person's contribution to the target, people who can be hurt if you fail to achieve your target, and how people achieve more together than working alone. This is a great way to demonstrate how each person's activities contribute to the overall success of their team. If you're a manager, try to avoid team goals without specific metrics for each person. Team goals without specific metrics force your top employees to take on more to compensate for the low productivity employees. The same principle applies for company goals. Each one needs to be separated into goals for each person. Here are a couple exercises you can do by yourself or with colleagues to prioritize your goals. Exercise 4A, priority. How are you prioritizing your goals? By weighting or numerically? Have you weighted or numbered your individual and group goals so it's clear at a glance which one's most significant and how much more important over the other two? If not, how can you edit each goal to communicate this more clearly? Do it now and discuss as a group. Here's another exercise regarding the hierarchy. Are your goals for a team or for an organization connected in a hierarchy? Is it clear how each person's goals contribute to their team or their manager's goals? Do you have only team or individual goals, or is there a blend of both? Why? Should you change your approach so there's more of a balance? Discuss this with your team. This concludes lesson 4 on prioritizing your goals. In the next lesson, we talk about how to create the best environment for achieving goals. But first, please take the exam for this lesson while the information is fresh on your mind. After you pass the exam, consider your goals once again. Are they prioritized correctly? Always feel free to rearrange them. They're not set in stone. Pass the exam and then continue on to the next lesson.